Well, hello and welcome to FQHQ here at Meakin Park for the next stages of the Australia Cup draw, this time with a very regional focus as they head into the later rounds. I'm joined here today by Andy Allen, the General Manager for Strategic Game Development, clubs, community and referees. He was recently promoted at the start of this year from a General Manager of the regions of the Central Coast region. So Andy, thanks for joining me and congratulations on your promotion.
Yeah, thanks for having me, and it's exciting times ahead.
Yeah, being a region GM, you've obviously experienced exactly what we're looking to draw today, and that's regional cup football. How have been some of the stories of that across your region?
Yeah, look, to be honest, it brings a massive realm of excitement to the whole of the region, and everyone looks forward to these types of fixtures. And I think with the draw today, we'll be really putting some fantastic matches forward, and I'm really looking forward to what that brings to those local communities, especially when we talk about travelling teams and those types of players. They don't normally have the exposure and the opportunity to play teams from different regions. So to make it to these further rounds is absolutely tremendous, and it's a great opportunity for those players and clubs.
Yeah, and in addition to that, we've obviously also got the FQPL Champions League this year, which is revamped on what it was last year as well. So not only that competition, but these competitions, what can they do for the players and their pathways in their playing careers?
Yeah, definitely. Look, I think the Champions League, obviously last year it was the inaugural year, and now we're bringing it in a new fashion as well, and bringing it in for the women's football game as well, which is so important as we head into a really important year for women and girls football. But overall, look, the Champions League gives our players an opportunity, and it gives them a platform to play against the very best from every one of our regions, and not just play against the same players they're playing in, week out. It also gives the opportunity for one regional team to play against the FQPL1 winner, who is going into MPL that next year. Now, for a team in regional football to be able to experience that is absolutely phenomenal, and for those players to be able to grasp a hold of those opportunities, we see them having pathways and playing and testing themselves against better players, more experienced and advanced players. That is exactly what we're trying to achieve, and last year we saw great success from that tournament, and really looking forward to what that can bring as well.
Yeah, it was awesome to see Across the Waves and Edge Hill come down to Brisbane and play their fixture there, which was really cool. Like players I haven't had the chance to see, and then of course for Edge Hill to host Redlands United, it was a really cool opportunity for them as a club to host a big team. So that was fantastic.
Yeah, it is, and look, it gives them an opportunity, and the spectators and local football fans and fanatics to actually get behind and see bigger teams come to the region as well. And you know, from bringing those teams to Brizzy, it gave them exposure and experience as well. We actually have one of the Across the Waves player from this year who is now in the Redlands MPL side. You know, so we've seen exactly the pathway and the opportunities that we give have now come, and they are coming to fruition for our players to play better players more regularly and higher paced, more intense games. That is what they want. So
moving on now, we'll get to the next stage of the draw here. So we'll be drawing rounds 5 and 6 for the Australia Cup for the regions. This is where we get a lot of the inter-regional battles start to form. We would just like to highlight as well some changes, Andy, and maybe you want to talk to these with how we're incorporating Mount Isa. It's fantastic that they're in the competition this year, but being Mount Isa, there are some logistical challenges there. So how exactly are we overcoming that?
Yeah, look, I think it's fantastic to have Mount Isa joining the Gulf region, joining into the Australia Cup. I think it gives those players as well another leg up and an opportunity to play some different teams that they haven't necessarily. But like you say, it does come with logistical challenges. So we are having to make sure that those travelling ones are already pre-arranged, and just purely from the fact of one resourcing perspective, but also then the logistical battles of our players travelling, and obviously Isa is not an easy place to get to at the best of times, so we've had to do a little bit of working to make sure we can get that happening.
Yeah, a unique place if ever you get to go and visit there. What we have done in the round 4 part of the draw there is we've actually swapped out the northern region, so Townsville area, for the Far North region. So Far North, they've progressed their games through, and they will be playing Mount Isa. Those matches will be held on the 22nd. And then, so what we do now for the round 5 fixture there is we'll have the Far North and Golf team, so whether that be Mount Isa or Cairns, they will then host Townsville from the northern region. So just wanted to be clear on that one and set that up. But then, after that, it's all very open. So
definitely, and look, and again, the biggest reason for that is the logistical challenges that we come, and also the resourcing component of it with players flying and things like that. We need to be realistic. They all have jobs. We have to give clear expectations to those players.
100%. Also, as well, this year is the first time that a regional team doesn't automatically progress into the round of 32 into the Australia Cup. National stages there. So round 6 will actually be the regional qualifier as it's been, and then they will go into the open draw for round 7, which includes the 7 remaining SEQ teams. So that'll be very interesting. We'll be drawing that in the coming weeks. They're about to kick off round 5 in 2 weeks' time. So looking forward to that. All right, without further ado, we'll be calling the Wide Bay and Central Coast merge against the Whitsunday Coast. So we're merging those 2 zones together. So as we put the balls in, ball number 1 is the match this weekend across the Waves and Frenchville. And then ball 2 is the Whitsunday Coast team, which there are still 4 teams as they're progressing their games through.
Ball number 1 is number 1.
So we've got number 1. Across the Waves, so that Central Coast or Wide Bay team in Across the Waves or Frenchville will be hosting, and that means that ball number 2 will be the Whitsunday Coast team that is travelling down there, so from the Mackay region. Now, just as stated, just to get the fixture out of the way, we've got either Edge Hill and Mareeba United. They'll be going up against Parkside United on the 22nd. And then the winner of that fixture will host, and they'll be hosting MA Olympic there. So they were the winners of the northern region there. So that's exciting. Now moving down to round 6, and then when we combine all the zones.
That's ball number 3.
And ball number 3, so that will be the Wide Bay Central Coast or Whitsunday Coast team hosting, and that will mean that
it's ball number 4.
Ball number 4 is the Northern or Far North End Golf team will be travelling down. So very exciting. And then who knows, but they might get to host an SEQ team in round 7 and potentially go into the national stages. So very exciting for them.
Yeah, really looking forward to a few of these games and what they will bring. Obviously, we've got a big couple of weekends coming up for a lot of these teams, and the Whitsunday Coast team now travelling to either Across the Waves or Frenchville. Whoever wins that, absolutely massive clash from the last few years. It's been a bit of a rival there now, so that will be a really exciting fixture as well to keep an eye on. And obviously then the Far North and Golf team. Who knows? It could be an Isa team travelling to one of those regions. So
going to the big smoke.
Very exciting times ahead.
Yeah, well, as always, you can find all the fixture details across our website and social media channels. We'll also be looking to live stream quite a few of these games as well, so stay tuned to the details as they come out there. And as always, if you're in those regional teams, get out to the local grounds because there's some absolute magic to be seen there. So thank you, Andy, for joining me with today's draw.
Thanks for having me.
We'll see you all next time. Cheers.
See ya.